Austin Metcalf, a 4.0 GPA student, football MVP, and beloved son, tragically lost his life on April 2nd, when a high school track meet in Frisco, Texas, devolved into a nightmare. Complete terror ensued. A pupil who is 17 years old, straight, a vibrant athlete, was stabbed in the heart for a trivial seat dispute. His light suddenly turned off when he was in his identical twin brother's arms. On April 2nd, Austin Metcalf, a football MVP, a 4.0 GPA student, and a cherished son, passed very suddenly. According to witnesses, it all began when Austin pointed out to another teenager that he was seated incorrectly. That teenager? Carmelo Anthony is now facing a first-degree murder accusation. A track meet, an ordinary day, and now a distraught family left irreparably broken. Austin's father, Jeff Metcalf, said with anguish that they were twins, identical twins, and his brother was holding on to him, trying to make it stop bleeding, and he died in his brother's arms. They reported he wasn't breathing when I hurried up there and saw him on the gurney. I was so alarmed that I had to locate his brother, and we hurried to the hospital when I saw all the blood and the location of the cut. We prayed, and while I don't understand God's purpose, they were unable to rescue him. This is murder. Frisco police verified that the incident happened at Kuykendall Stadium about 10 in the morning. At a nearby hospital, Austin passed away from his wounds in spite of attempts to rescue him. His father was so distraught that he wondered how anything so absurd could occur. What kind of parents were these kids raised by? What did he learn? He killed my kid by stabbing him in the heart while at a track meet with a knife. Knowing that this entire situation was a catastrophe for everyone, Jeff remained honest and offered his sympathies to the suspect's family as well. I feel bad for the suspect's family because their kid will go to jail and find out that he murdered someone and he killed my son, whom I will never be able to have back. It is regrettable for all those concerned, he said. The tributes came pouring in. In sharp contrast to the somber reality, offensive lineman Ty Haywood of the Michigan Wolverines posted a devastating image of Austin grinning on the field on Instagram. Austin had written, "Faith that God got me and my work will pay off," on X only days before he passed away. On April 9th, Hope Fellowship Church in Frisco will host a vigil in Austin's memory. A family grieves, as does the community. And the world ponders, how could such a vibrant life be taken so quickly? The internet united in grief over Austin Metcalf's untimely death. Social media was rocked by the news of Austin Metcalf's untimely demise. Terrible truth that a simple argument over a seat had escalated into violence was processed by the internet as it mourned with everyone else. Colin Rugg, a well-known political analyst and former quarterback, shared the tragedy on X. His post soon gained popularity as people thought about the status of society. Austin's eerie parting words, "Faith that God got me and my work will pay off," were relayed by Colin Rugg. His caption, very depressing, and the internet shared in the grief. RIP. Others soon joined the discussion. A society this emotionally volatile is a symptom of something deeper, one user said in a tweet, considering the wider ramifications of such events. Fatherless households, excessive internet stimulation, and a society that conflates respect with ego are all contributing factors to the widespread neurological system dysregulation we are seeing. Conscience is replaced by impulse. Anger circumvents logic. A remark about the seats becomes a knife. Our dilemma is not limited to mental health. We're having a crisis of meaning. Boys are being left to bleed out in their brother's arms as a result. This was a gut check, not simply another crime headline. The user's remarks resonated because they highlighted how long-standing problems, family dissolution, unbridled anger, and the decline of fundamental respect, were now showing up as juvenile violence. A similar perspective was expressed by another user. A country that ignores this kind of wickedness is one that is already collapsing. It has nothing to do with drugs. The violence was not gang-related. It was above a chair. We've robbed morals and diminished life, and now we're seeing children suffer as a result. Truth is hard yet important. This was no back alley crime connected to more serious criminal activities. This occurred in broad daylight at a school function in an ostensibly secure location. But here we are, lamenting yet another young life lost to rash, mindless violence. Here is Exhibit A for those who continue to question why society seems to be in a downward spiral. I saw so much senseless violence in my law enforcement career, and this is right up there at the very top of the heartbreaking, pointless murders that occur, a former law enforcement official said, offering their opinion. I hope that the friends and family will have the fortitude to endure this terrible nightmare. Folded hands, what does it say about our society as a whole if a seasoned cop who has seen the worst of mankind views this as one of the most terrible and senseless crimes they have ever seen? This serves as a terrifying reminder that no amount of exposure or experience can ever fully prepare one for the heartbreaking reality of a parent losing a kid in this way. Texas high school student fatally stabbed by another during track meet, police say. At a track meet in Frisco, Texas, a 17-year-old high school student was fatally stabbed. Austin Metcalf was named as the victim by Fox 4 News and CBS News. According to a press statement from the Frisco Police Department, the incident happened at Kuykendall Stadium on Wednesday, April 2nd, around 10 a.m. According to the FPD, Metcalf was fatally stabbed during a disagreement with another student. After being taken to a nearby hospital, Metcalf passed away from his wounds. He played football and ran track while attending Frisco's Memorial High School. Jeff Metcalf, his father, spoke about his son's passing on Fox 4. He was going to turn out to be a great individual and impact this world with positivity, Jeff said. I was so proud. Associated with a man who was arrested during a stabbing spree in New York City that claimed 3 lives had been arrested 8 times before. Police say. Jeff also expressed his sympathies to the suspect's family. Carmelo Anthony, 17, has been named by police as the main suspect in the stabbing. Anthony has been charged with murder and is now being held by the police. Anthony goes to Frisco Centennial High School, which is part of the Frisco Independent School District, ISD, which is the same district as Metcalf. There will be a vigil in Metcalf's memory. The gathering, which aims to foster student unity, will take place at Frisco's Hope Fellowship Church on Wednesday, April 9th. Metcalf's membership in the church was verified by CBS News. The Board of Trustees of Frisco ISD issued a written statement in response to the occurrence. We are very grieved by the untimely death of a Frisco ISD student. The Board of Trustees offers its sincere sympathies to the victim's family, friends, and loved ones and shares in the great sorrow caused by this senseless act of violence. Dinette Davis, a trustee for Frisco ISD, commented, "A young life ending far too soon is a heartbreaking reminder that violence is never the answer to conflict. This time, the crime is being investigated. Anthony does not yet have a bond set. Anyone with information is encouraged to use tip 411, text Friscopt plus the tip to 847411, or call the Frisco Police Department's non-emergency line, 97229261010.